coming to you inspired with a message or observation, rather. And I understand that we're already spiritual, right? And our path is basically a path of remembrance. It's a path of going back to who we are, understanding who we are as a whole, period. But we have this egoic mind. We have this mind that's focused on adventures and, logical thinking. And, the mind can stimulate us and pleasure us in so many ways. It interacts with the physical aspect. So our mind is necessary in order to interact in the physical. But our inner self, our spiritual self, it navigates us through life at a more peaceful rate, at a rate of being, just being. It's not seeking validation, acceptance. It's not seeking any of that. It just is. It already is. So our mind is always seeking validation. It's always seeking acceptance. So when you learn to love yourself and love who you are, then you are automatically exercising your spiritual nature. You are already accepting what is about you. You're already accepting. You're not trying to be anything. That's why when I see people posting online or doing things just because they're trying to look spiritual or trying to be spiritual, when the reality is you already are, and it starts from within. And if you focus on unlocking your inner nature, awareness comes by default. It's there. Awareness, you start to be aware of everything when you do things. And sometimes it can seem like sometimes you want to be dumb, sometimes you want to be ignorant, because it can be a challenge when you are so aware that when something happens, you see all sides of it. So that actually, in order for us to interpret whatever it is we're seeing, we use our mind to interpret it and put language to it. And so on my path of sharing this with you, I'm having to put language on what it is that I'm feeling or what it is that I'm understanding about my whole self, about my spiritual self, and about my physical and material self. So when you redirect, stop focusing on only the mind and what pleasures the mind can bring you, and start focusing on your inner self, that is where you will find true, everlasting peace. In my marriage, it is so peaceful between us that sometimes my mind seeks conflict, but I'm aware of that conflict. I'm aware of what my mind is seeking. My mind is seeking to be stimulated in another sense. And when I'm aware of it, when it comes up, I address it. I look at it. I figure out where it's coming from. I figure out what is serving me about this particular thought or this particular situation. And why am I seeking to feel this? Or why am I, what is it? So right now I'm in a period of, and as long as I walk this earth, however long I choose to walk this earth, I'm always in a sense of awareness and trying to understand and be more of what I know that I can be, what I know that I am, what I know that is already there for me, and claiming that. So every time that thoughts come up that are from my mind, I have to evaluate them because it's from a place of ego. Our mind is directly associated with ego. And if you live for ego, you will never be satisfied. You will never be truly happy. You will only be happy when you seek to know who you are as your spiritual self in relation to your material self. So focus on that path. And then everything that I or any of these other spiritual teachers will share with you is nothing but confirmation. You will be like, when somebody tells you something, it'll be like, I already inherently knew that. I knew that. This is just confirmation. This is just, and it eventually, you won't need the confirmation. The confirmation will just be a benefit. It will be even more, it will just be excitement. It will add to the pleasure principle for your mind. Having confirmation is the ego thing. But your spiritual self already just knows. It just is. It just is. It's something that can't be explained. It has to be felt. It has to be understood through your own journey. So anything I tell you, you will know that it is truth for your own soul because it will resonate in your spirit, and you will know. It will just be confirmation. You already have heard it first in your spirit, and you may have just let it go, or you may have forgotten about it, or you may not be acting on it right away. Not saying you wasn't going to act on it, but you might not have been acting on it right away. And so here I am, or that other video that you watched, or that other book you read, or that person who came and shared something with you. It's nothing but a little nudge off of what you heard already. So you have an inner guru in you that is guiding you. Focus on that inner guru, and it will never guide you wrong. You focus on your ego and your mind, you will end up on all kinds of adventures. Trust me. Okay? You will end up somewhere in La La Land trying to figure out how to get back home. So, on that note, peace. I love you. And I send you all this goodness, all this love. And may you find your path. May you unlock your path. May you not seek perfection, which is a thing of the mind, and know that you already are. Peace.